Question: does everybody in the organization really know where they stand? Do they know the mission, their contribution to the mission, how their performance is, what their compensation might look like, how to advance in the company? Or are we so busy with tasks that we don't have those discussions? That the answer to some of those questions might be in an annual discussion tucked away in an envelope, and then we open the envelope much like we do at the Academy Awards to reveal the winners. Listen, that's way too much anxiety. There is a better way. Welcome to Why People Hate Work, an opportunity, as I said, to make things better. We always have those opportunities available to us. One of the things that I discovered was the importance of having one-to-one conversations outside of review cycles, outside of compensation discussions, just a time to sit down and have a conversation already. So one of the things I would do is set the stage. Everyone who's going to be invited, I sent them the agenda. Let them know what the questions are going to be. Let them know that anything that they wanted to discuss, they should bring to the meeting. And that they had plenty of time, whether it was 15 minutes or whether it was 60 minutes. This was just a time to sit down and talk. I let them know that I would be taking notes, not for the purpose of going in the HR file, but just to jog my memory. Now, I have to tell you, the first few times I did this, it was a little awkward because people weren't used to coming in and just sitting down and having a conversation. But once we went through one or two cycles, it became much more comfortable and very productive. Now, going into these conversations, I had 8 questions that I prepared. This was my basic guideline, but that was not the end of the conversation. If those questions led to other questions, so be it. And I left, again, plenty of time for people to bring up their own topics. I found these 8 questions to be really foundational to a conversation at work, so I recommend them. However, I also encourage you to come up with your own. Question 1. What is our mission? That is foundational. That is our purpose for work. And it's interesting. Some people could answer it right off the bat. Others struggled with it, which gave us opportunity for a conversation around that. If the answer came back, well, we're here just to make money, don't let that just fly, because there is something more basic that needs to be discussed. You make money by intersecting with humankind by providing a basic service that humankind wants or needs. That is the question that needs to be explored. The follow-up question then is, what is your contribution to the mission? And some people, again, just nail that right off the bat. It's like, you know what? This is what I do that enables the entity to deliver this. And others will use the just answer. I just unpack boxes, or I just cashier, or I just deliver food. And let's not let that opportunity pass us by. In terms of contributing to a mission, there is no just. If people didn't unpack the boxes, or didn't ring up sales, or did not deliver food, or whatever it is, we would not be able to fulfill our mission. And it's important that every team member realizes their importance. Question 3. How is the balance between your professional life and your personal life? Again, parenthetically, I avoid work-life balance. I don't particularly like that phrase. That's on another video as to why. But let's talk about how the balance is for the individual. And in that discovery, we may find things that we can address that lead to a greater enjoyment and fulfillment at work. The 4th question is this: do you have the tools that you need to do your job? Now, that may seem unnecessarily basic, but let me quickly assure you, it is not. In employment engagement surveys, it is often found that a source of dissatisfaction is that people need some essential tool or resource to be very successful, and it's just not available to them. Now, it may be something very basic that you can procure quickly, or it may be something long-term that needs to go on a capital request. But either way, we need to unearth these things and address them so that people can be successful and fulfilled. Question 5. What do you want to do next? What's next on your career trajectory? And they may say, I am fine where I'm at, and that may be great. Or they may say, I want your job, or I want this person's job. Too often we fail to have these conversations often enough so we can describe what is truly possible for the individual and what resources do they need and how can we educate them and skill them up to attain those goals. The 6th question is this. How can we enable you to do your job better and make your job more enjoyable? Now, it might be a little frightening to ask that question because the cynical side may go, oh, they're going to ask for the world. They're going to want 8 weeks of vacation. They're going to want a jacuzzi in the office. Let me quickly assure you that is not the case. In this type of conversational environment, I have always found that people are extremely rational and practical. And by asking this question, we directionally set the strategy that yes, we want you to have the tools and everything that you need to do your job better, and we want you to enjoy yourself at work. The 7th question may be where people start to clam up, because this is a question that makes them nervous. This is an area where they feel like perhaps they are very reticent to talk to their boss about this. And the question is this. What concerns do you have about your job? And when you ask it, let it rest. Because people probably are not going to jump right on top of it. And there may be a very awkward silence, and that's okay. You want to set the stage so that they are able to have what might be an uncomfortable conversation with you. I really like the last question, although I will tell you I get more questions about it than any of the others. And the question is this. If I knew what to ask you, what would I ask you? And people go, well, what does that mean? Well, simply this. Is there anything on your mind that you really want to talk about, that you feel reluctant to talk about, or that we haven't talked about to this point? It is really, again, setting the stage, creating the opportunity so that people can be more open, and they can be more open with a leader who has expressed interest in knowing what concerns them. So asking these 8 questions may be viewed as one-sided, that it's an opportunity for the team members only. And it is a great opportunity for the team members. It is that opportunity to open up discussions and conversations about how to have a better workplace. And it is an amazing opportunity for the leader who sets aside time to have these conversations, because it allows the leader to truly evaluate the pulse of the team, understand what is going on, get a leg up on something unfortunate that may happen in the future because you've set aside time for a conversation now. And it also is a great opportunity to explore options for the future. If you like this, hit that like button, please share, and please subscribe. Thank you.